now the Indiana Pacers starters. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Andrew Nembhard, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. And for Detroit, Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Cunningham is out there with Duncan Robinson, and it's Duren in at the 5. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Now here's Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. Back to Nembhard. Clock at 6. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Robinson. Thompson outside. To the middle. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck.
Yeah, I love that determination right there.
Now here's Siakam. Back to Nembhard. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
And just about a minute into this first quarter. Nembhard for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
While not a laser, Nembhard makes enough threes to keep the defense honest.
Cunningham against Nembhard. Back to Cunningham. And Cunningham throws it down.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Siakam got a hand on it.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Down low. Deflects the pass. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Here's the break. Jackson, the pass to Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. Inside. Robinson with a steal. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. The Pacers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Clock is at 3, and here's Siakam for 3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Sweet, quick shot from Siakam. His motion just about automatic and effortless.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. I asked him if he's focused on a particular player in the opposing lineup, and Coach stressed the message he delivered to his team about Pascal Siakam. It was simple. Don't bite on his spin move. He doesn't want his guys falling for Siakam's tricks in the low post. PA, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Pass to Siakam. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
He misses the free throw. The 2025 playoffs had some incredible comebacks, Clark. Indiana had some all-timers.
That was absolutely unreal. The excitement, the drama, the close finishes. I mean, unbelievable. How about these wins for the Pacers? Down by 7 with less than 40 seconds against the Bucks. Got it done. Also trailed by 7 with under a minute versus the Cavs. Won that one. And losing by 9 in the last minute against the Knicks and came through again with a win. And even in the finals, they made some miraculous comeback wins against OKC. Had at least one miraculous comeback win. So an amazing clutch playoff performance by the Indiana Pacers.
So it's the Pacers now, after the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. Nembhard, good.
That took a little extra effort from Nembhard, but the juice was worth the squeeze.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Duren. Now here's Cunningham. Counted from distance. Cunningham's got his second bucket on the night.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
Siakam in the post. Harris on him. Siakam, pass to Nesmith. Outside Walker. Back to Siakam. The three. The shot that time not on target. The Pistons lead by 4. Harris passes to Cunningham. Into the lane. And Cunningham throws it down.
Cutting apart the defense on the drive. Cunningham's skilled at getting to the cup.
Jackson outside. To the paint. Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the 4, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
Cunningham with the ball. Playing Washington, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Walker. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
The versatility of Walker. Can play back to the basket and get out and run. I mean, that combination is tough to find.
Now here's Harris. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Duren, the screen. Oh, there's the alley. Lets it fly. Indiana with a rebound. Defeated by Utah in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. To the inside. Here's Nembhard. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Nembhard's got 7. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
And that one drops. 9 points in the game.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. Tries it from 19. The rebound by Jackson.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Nembhard with it. Now Thompson defending. Nembhard, a screen on Robinson. Here's Siakam. And Indiana again with the bucket.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
Cunningham passes to Robinson. Back to Cunningham. Nice D from Nembhard.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
It's Siakam with the drive.
Yep, Siakam's got that inside.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And right here on the 2K leaderboard, the best rebounding teams of the past 10 games. The Pistons second, the Pacers in 5th.
Both of these teams have been so physical. Two of the best rebounding the ball over the last 10 games.
Pistons trail by 6. Cunningham outside. From the arc. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Indiana's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Pass to Neesmith. And here's Nembhard. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Outside Neesmith. Indiana needs to get off a shot here. No coverage that time. And now it's a 9-point Indiana lead.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Robinson. He's scoreless. Pass to Duren. Cunningham outside to win the drought. Indiana with a rebound.
He has not been at his most efficient this quarter.
Jackson, pass to Siakam. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Siakam's got 14 points for the game.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. Karis LeVert comes in for Robinson. Then for Indiana, Shepard comes in for Walker. And it's Jackson in for Neesmith. Here's LeVert. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Pass to Holland. Cunningham outside. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Jackson. And again, the Pistons missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
The first pick of the 2022 second round, Andrew Nembhard is a hard-working guard and has really been a quality rotational piece from day one.
That free throw misses. Right around the quarter mark of the season, Clark. Rookies seem to be finding their footing out there.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. Every rookie is a little different, but usually around the quarter pole of the season, you start to get a feel for how you need to go about your work. It's a tough adjustment, but once it locks in, you're on your way.
And the second free throw is good. One thing about Andrew Nembhard, you appreciate the passion he plays with, Clark.
Yeah, I love his toughness. I mean, he just is unflappable. He's persistent at the defensive end, plays at his own pace, unafraid of the big moments, makes big plays and shots. I mean, you can see and feel his fire, even though he's not overly demonstrative in how he does what he does.
Now Jackson, looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Siakam in the post, hounded by Harris. Siakam, no good.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's Harris. And they double up Harris. Back to Cunningham. Stolen by Jackson. Right wing, uncovered. And there's Shepard. That one's good on the assist by Jackson. And the Pacers lead by 12. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication. We're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Back to you guys.
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Pass to Nembhard. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got 5 rebounds tonight. Tries the 9-footer, and again it's Detroit converting.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
To the left wing. Nembhard outside. To the paint. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Indiana foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
15 seconds left to play in the first. Jackson against LeVert. Over Jackson. The shot by LeVert, no good.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook and you don't cash in.
And so it's Indiana earning this break in the action, up 10. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. Back to the game after this break. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
And Indiana looking at who they've got. They've got Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Jackson out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Shepard, and it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint. Shepard, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Sasser after the basket by Indiana. Just 4 to shoot. Over Morris. They get it back. And it's Green missing.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
He takes it in. Pass to Robinson-Earl. Here's Shepard. Here's Robinson-Earl. Still without a bucket. Back to Jackson. From the high post. Sasser with a rebound. Pistons trail by 12. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Down low. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Boy, very nice read that time from LeVert. He's a guy who racks up the assist. Very good feel on offense.
Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Now here's LeVert. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Now here's Morris. Sasser defending. There's a screen by Robinson-Earl. Morris passes to Robinson-Earl. And Indiana misses again. The Pistons have got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Now here's Sasser, guarded by Morris. Here's LeVert. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. LeVert's gotten his second bucket on the night. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, Pierre. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Thompson, he's checked in for Green. Robinson comes in for LeVert. And Cunningham subbed in for Sasser. Then for Indiana, Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Robinson Earl. Walker comes in for Shepard. And it's Nesmith in for Morris. On defense, the Pistons. Siakam outside. Pass to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Walker, a screen on Cunningham. Here's Jackson. And Indiana misses again. Pistons trail by 8. Robinson on the wing. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Jackson. And he's going for the oop here. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Siakam, the pass to Nesmith. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Shot clock at 5. Busting through inside, Siakam.
Boy, Siakam has been in attack mode, and it's paying off nicely for this offense.
Jackson against Cunningham. Outside Robinson. The Pistons need to get one up quick. And here's Thompson for 3. Indiana with a rebound. Siakam's got his 5th rebound in this one. Jackson surveying the D. Pass to Siakam. Outside Walker. Now Nesmith. Robinson defending. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Going up strong that time. Nesmith with a very athletic play.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And there's a pick. Here's Holland. Lets it go from deep. And again, the Pistons missing. Indiana leading by 12. To the middle. Here's Siakam. And that one comes up a bit short. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Now here's Jackson. Yet to see a basket. Jackson with a screen on Robinson. Here's Nesmith. Siakam for 3. The deep ball by Siakam.
A solid three-point shooter. Siakam forcing that defense to extend out on him.
And Detroit is shooting the rock well at 46%. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana. This pause in the action provides an opportunity to look at the best fast break teams in the league. The 4th spot held by Detroit.
Any chance this team gets to run, they take. A quick, athletic team on the break.
And here's Duren. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Thompson outside. Over to the wing. Here's Holland. He's covered by Siakam. 5 on the clock. Here's Thompson. lays it up and banks it in.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Outside Neesmith. Jackson with a screen on Robinson. Neesmith passes to Siakam. Pass to Jackson. Puts up a deep three. Jackson can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Cunningham. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Detroit with the ball. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Back to Thompson. Pass to Robinson. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Outside Neesmith. Back to Siakam. Here's Holland. No points yet. Cunningham with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Here's Duren. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. Jackson outside. And he drives in. You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and they came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
And that one falls for Jackson. And the Pistons making a change here. Harris is checked in. The Pacers also with a sub. Nembhard, he's checked in for Walker. Second free throw, no good. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. He just gets the job done.
Nembhard against Robinson. Now here's Nembhard. Not a lot of room. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Duncan Robinson. This is his second trip to the line in the game. The Pacers making a switch here. Walker's checked in.
Andrew Nembhard. One shot.
That's good from Nembhard. Cunningham with the ball. He's got 11. Harris outside. Pass to Thompson. Duren the screen. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Jackson. Walker passes to Nembhard. And that one drops for him. Nembhard's got 15 points.
Nembhard scoring it a bunch and leaving his fingerprints all over this contest.
Outside Walker. Neesmith on the wing. Defended by Thompson. Pass to Walker. On the wing, Nembhard. Three-pointer. And the foul on Isaiah Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Cunningham. Consistent production from him, averaging around 27.5 points a game. Inside, stolen by Siakam. Nembhard against Cunningham. Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
There's certain nights Siakam takes over. He's been aggressive here from the tip.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Thompson. They need this. Indiana with a rebound.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Now Nembhard. Jackson, the screen. To the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
Textbook pick and roll by Nembhard right there. Capped off with a superb pass.
Pass to Harris. Excellent D there from Siakam. Indiana on offense. They're on a 19-6 run. Nembhard against Cunningham. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Harris on the wing. 1:36 left to play in the half. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Boy, that's a nice touch from Harris right there, showing you exactly how under control he is close to the basket.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Pascal Siakam's veteran presence is hugely valuable to this Pacers team. Coach Rick Carlisle said, quote, his experience is really important to us. He doesn't get rattled, his personality stays consistent, but things get frantic in games. He is a calming influence on our young players. Okay, back to you.
The cagey veteran. Allie, thank you.
I mean, he does everything on the floor. Cunningham always with max effort.
Outside Walker. There's Nesmith with a 3. Rebound Detroit. Duran's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pistons trail by 21. Thompson banked it in off the glass. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Outside Walker. Pass to Siakam. Now here's Jackson, covered by Duran. Outside Walker, 4 on the clock. Some nice passing by Indiana here. The shot by Nembhard, no good.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
Cunningham outside. Shoots over Nesmith, and again it's Detroit converting.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
And so it's Pascal Siakam making highlights for Indiana. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's execution offensively?
We were making some shots. We moved the ball well at times. We've got to be careful about having the ball stick when they're doing their switching.
Good luck with the ball movement in the second half. Thanks.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Welcome, everybody. Hard to imagine Pascal Siakam making a bigger impact in the first half. Okay, everybody, let's talk about this. Here's a player who's hotter than the sun right now. How's he doing it?
Just one of those streaks, Ernie, tough to guard. Early tonight, I was shooting paper buckets, 6 in a row, right over Shaq.
Nope, doesn't count. I was reading notes. I didn't see the first 5. Can't count those as guarded, kitty.
So wait, we aren't going to talk about our featured player? I prepped for this, guys. I did research. Oh, well. Thanks anyway, Jet. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Pacers.
Yeah, he's high points so far. You see the plays they're running for him? Featured through the half. I expect that to continue.
Yeah, same.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Man, what can you say? Pascal Siakam, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. That game will be the 3rd of 5 at home. Harris and Duren together in the middle. Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. That's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5 as we get going in the second half. Now here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Indiana leading by 15. To the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
That's really an outstanding assist, creating a great opportunity inside. You can see the chemistry between those guys.
Harris outside. Pass to Duren. And here's Cunningham. Shoots. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. And for the Pacers, their shooting has been tremendous. 63% for the game and scoring with confidence. Walker finds Nembhard. Back to Walker. Now here's Nesmith. Siakam in the post, working on Robinson. Robinson with the block. Thompson scanning the floor. To the paint. Here's Harris. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Now here's Nembhard. 15 points in the game. And out of bounds, Detroit will have it. And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And you know, for that matchup with the Hawks, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
Now here's Robinson. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Pass to Harris. Cunningham outside. This one for 3. Outside Robinson. The 3 is up. And there's Cunningham on the assist from Robinson. Robinson's got his 3rd assist of the night. Pacers leading by 12. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the 2nd NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
Kind of a rare area for Siakam, but, you know, he's got the skills to knock down that mid-range J.
Harris right side. Out of bounds, it'll be Indiana's ball. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Pistons. They're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record. And of course, Indiana, 8 games back.
Checking out Indiana, when you look at their roster, they're talented enough to turn this thing around. But so far, the season has not come together for them the way people predicted.
Yeah, that's the sense you get, isn't it? I mean, the important thing is that they don't panic here. Stick to the basics and work out of this slump without trying to do too much at one time.
Here's Duren, following the bucket by the Pacers.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Nembhard finds Siakam. Jackson with a screen on Harris. Siakam, the pass to Jackson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. These are his first free throws of the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
2 shots.
2.
And that one falls for Jackson. And so Jackson nails both of them. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul. And last season, the worst in about 2 decades for games lost to injury, Clark. Cause for concern?
I certainly think so, but I mean, I am a fan of load management, but I think it should be in practice time. That way, the guys can play as many games as possible for their team and the fans. Load management should be, I think, managed in the practice schedule.
Now here's Cunningham. 18 points for him. Jackson against Cunningham. Neesmith on the wing. Nembhard against Thompson. Nembhard outside. Back to Neesmith. Here's Walker. And it's Harris with the rebound. Pistons trail by 14. Down low. Here's Duren. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
And Duren no good on that one.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Now here's Walker. He's got 5.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Cunningham. They trail by 14. Baseline try, and it's Harris. That time on the assist by Cunningham. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Nembhard. And here's Neesmith. Siakam for 3. Buries it from 3. Siakam's got 30 points.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
Looking back at the start of his career, Siakam only took a year or two to make his mark.
And, you know, B.A., he's just the kind of guy we love watching play. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him every night. Tremendous effort and the ability to impact the game at both ends. He's consistent, reliable, steady, and he can be explosive at the offensive end.
And here's Indiana now, following the score by Detroit. Nice passing by Indiana here. There's a screen. Nembhard with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
With that little quick burst, it's really tough to slow Andrew Nembhard down there.
And there's the lob, and the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Now here's Nembhard. 17 points in the game. Pass to Siakam. Back to Nembhard. Left side, Neesmith. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Neesmith very efficient in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Cunningham outside. Here's Harris. He's covered by Siakam. Duren with a screen on Siakam. Harris passes to Duren. Nembhard with a steal. Siakam outside. Nembhard outside. Back to Siakam. Here's the three. Can't get it to drop.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Stolen by Siakam. Nembhard against Duren. Siakam with a screen on Duren. Pass to Siakam. Launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Siakam's got 33 points.
Siakam has worked tirelessly on his shooting, and now, as a result, he's a legitimate threat from outside.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. Levert's checked in for Detroit. And the Pacers also making a change. Huff's checked in. Harris against Jackson. Levert, a screen on Jackson. Out to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Duren, the screen. Over to the left wing. From 15 feet away. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one. Indiana leading by 17. Nembhard, the pass to Walker. Jackson, the screen to the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Now here's Levert. Harris on the wing, defended by Jackson. Robinson can't hit. Indiana has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Pass to Nembhard. They double him with Duren. Jackson outside. Huff, the pass to Nesmith. Over Robinson. Another one falls for Indiana.
Wow, pretty tough tweener from Nesmith there.
Pistons trail by 21. Levert outside. Outside Robinson. Walker with a steal. Pass to Nembhard. And that's a foul called on Duncan Robinson. That's foul number 2 for him. Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Shepard, he's checked in for Indiana.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Nembhard. Shot clock at 6. Over Levert. And he drains the turnaround J. Nembhard's got 19 points.
Well, Nembhard can definitely make you pay from the mid-range. The defense has to be better.
Picked by Stewart. To the paint. And finished off by Stewart.
Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man in stride.
Pacers leading by 21. Nembhard, the pass to Huff. So nice passing by Indiana here. Levert goes against Nembhard. And Indiana again with the bucket.
They're definitely opting for the mid-range jumpers, and it's working.
Pass to Robinson. 1:21 left in the third quarter here. Intercepted. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Shepard, defended by Thompson, and it's Shepard missing. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Now here's LeVert. Pass to Stewart. Here's Robinson. 4-3. Hits a three-pointer. Robinson's got 5 points.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Here's Huff. No made baskets yet. Back to Walker. And the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. LeVert passes to Harris. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Harris has got 6 in the quarter.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
There's the drive. Shepard, that's good. Here's Harris. He's got 14. Stewart, a screen on Walker. And so it's Indiana continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be back in a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And Indiana looking at who they've got. They've got Shepard, Jackson out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Pascal Siakam, and it's Huff in at center. Now Morris, pass to Shepard. Back to Morris. Here's Shepard. To the wing, right side. Morris outside. Off target with the 3. Well, the Pistons shooting a fantastic 57%. Knocked loose. One minute in now in the fourth quarter. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
Now here's Sasser. Count it. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
Who's watching it?
Morris deciding where to go with it. Siakam, right side. Pass to Shepard. Clock at 6. Now here's Morris. There's Jackson with the 3. Holland with the rebound.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
The Pacers pull it in. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Siakam outside. Here's Huff. Stewart defends, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
He's got good vision for a big guy. Don't sleep on Pascal dishing the rock.
Sasser outside. Pass to Stewart. All right, so let's say we give you a carte blanche, Clark. Make you Adam Silver for a day. What's one game rule you change?
You know, I kind of like what the WNBA does in regards to the reset timeout, BA. Allow you to advance the ball without huddling up like a normal timeout. And I really think it helps the end of the game move a little better.
Now here's Siakam. Huff. Off target from three-point range. LeVert left side. Here's Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there.
Not that time. He was determined to get those points.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Get up, get up, get up, and start making.
And Detroit making a change here. Duran's checked in. And the Pacers also making a change. Jackson, he's checked in for Huff. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. LeVert outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal
Boy,
foul.
Karis LeVert reads defenders very well. This guy is an instinctive offensive player.
Karis LeVert taking 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
And when healthy, LeVert is a problem. A multi-dimensional guard who can score, pass, and rebound at an impressive clip.
Both free throws good for LeVert. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Watch Monte.
Cunningham against Morris. Siakam, the pass to Morris. Count it, good.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's Cunningham. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting 5.
You know, I think I'll go with 2 of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
Here's Morris following the score by Detroit. Jackson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Shepard. Back to Jackson. Jack's up a 3. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Jackson against LeVert. Stewart, a screen on Jackson. And here's LeVert for 3. With the second effort. And Duran lays it in. Duran's got 4 points this quarter.
A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
Pass to Shepard. And here's Jackson. Jackson with a screen on LeVert. Jackson, the pass to Jackson. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Third personal foul.
For the Pistons, Tobias Harris checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Holland. And it's Robinson in for LeVert. Then for Indiana, Walker, he's checked in for Shepard. Neesmith comes in for Jackson. And Andrew Nembhard subbed in for Morris. That one misses for Jackson. Pistons trail by 18. Harris passes to Cunningham. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Pacers leading by 18. Jackson outside. Outside Neesmith. Siakam outside. And Siakam with the slam.
Well, I'll tell you what, Siakam going to the rim is like a moth going to the flame. You can't keep them away.
Nembhard against Cunningham. Pass to Duran. Here's Harris. Shoots over Siakam. Harris misses.
Under heavy duress, that's a low percentage shot. Gotta find something better than that.
And the dunk by Jackson.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Now here's Cunningham. Inside. Here's Duran. And the dunk by Duran.
And Jalen is just taking over in this one. This is how lethal of a player he can be.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Jackson with a screen on Harris. Here's Siakam. And the layup falls. Siakam's got 37.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Pass to Robinson.
Hey, yo, right here.
On the wing, Thompson. Walker covering. Now here's Robinson. Cunningham outside. Thompson, a screen on Nembhard. Here's Cunningham. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Cunningham's got 22 points.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
Outside Neesmith. Pass to Walker. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Robinson. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Here's Nembhard. Siakam outside. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Team second. At the line for the Pacers. Siakam. Pascal. Siakam. One shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Siakam.
You look back on Pascal Siakam's career, you know, he came in a bit raw, actually quite raw as a rookie, but he never stopped working on his game, adding to it. A real development success story and a model for any young, aspiring pro player.
Now here's Harris. Stolen by Jackson. Walker with it, now guarded by Harris. To the inside. That's good from Siakam on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Thompson outside. Walker with a steal. And there's the drive. And Jarris Walker picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. Really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
So Indiana ends up going with a new group. The Pistons have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in this fourth quarter. Harris outside. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Tell you what, seems like everything he's putting up is finding the net, and right now, Harris is simply balling out.
And there's the screen. That's to Huff. Launches a 3. That shot off. The Pistons have gotten 8 of 13 shots to find the basket in the fourth quarter. Robinson passes to Thompson. And here's Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got assist number 7 tonight. Pacers leading by 20. A minute 35 left in the fourth. Some nice passing by Indiana here. To the paint. Curran with a steal.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Pacers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year. And what a huge performance it was for Pascal Siakam.
Offensively, he was dialed in all night long. Scoring at will, it seemed, made the game look easy.
And it's Detroit with the ball. The Pacers making their last shot. Now here's Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You've got to admire the all-around capability of Cunningham. Can impact a game in so many ways.
Cunningham. K. Cunningham. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. There's 37 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Morris, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Now here's Harris. Pass to Robinson. Here's Thompson. Inside. 5 on the clock. Outside Robinson. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. Here's Morris. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. The shots were falling for you tonight. How'd you like the flow offensively?
I like it. You know, we play for each other like we always do. Move the ball around, get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Pascal Siakam.